this is kind of an exciting day. It's our first students of the month. School is back in session, I guess, kinda. And we have a couple really deserving students that I think most of us will know. So with that said, I'll turn it over to Raina Matson to introduce the students and take it away.
Thank you. I want to start by just reviewing kind of how we pick Rotary Students of the Month at Newport High School. We have a committee of staff members that look at the 4 criteria and select our students. And every year it is always so challenging. We have just incredible group of students. So the criteria, the first one is academic excellence. So looking at not only what classes they have taken, but how they did in their courses, outstanding leadership, school contribution, and community involvement. So those are our 4 criteria. And our first student of the month today is Benjamin Wiese, and he is the son of Melissa and Randy Wiese, which I believe are both on the line today. He currently has a 4.0 GPA and is taking IB courses in biology, history, English. He's very involved in track and cross country, has been our athlete of the week, is involved in honor society, and hopes to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering. Please welcome Benjamin Wiese.
Hello, everyone. I hope this is coming through clearly and everything. I wanted to address the format that we're doing this in. And it's so weird talking just to a camera, but I think we will manage. And so I just really wanted to talk personally about the things that I have experienced through quarantine and all the different all the time that you have on your own. And so just kind of reflecting through things, I was really thinking about the leaders in my life that I still remember and what things I remember about them. And so the first leader I had in my life besides my parents was my babysitter, who babysat me through all until I could basically be by myself. And her name was Julia, and her main thing that she always taught me was there's no point in stressing about things that you can't control. There's no point in that whatsoever. And even as she was battling cancer and eventually died from it, she would always say that there's no point in stressing about things that are out of your control. And I just thought to myself, wow, this coronavirus, I have no control over it getting better or worse in the grand scheme of things, and just how much that plays into what we do now. Like we're stuck and we have to be patient. And so that really showed me how much she cared about me and not worrying about stressing about things. Another leader in my life has been my track coach, Mr. Hargett. And Mr. Hargett, not only just him, but track in general, has given me a really good outlet for things that I never would have thought of. Because of my parents being teachers, I thought I would always be a book smart kid, always just in class, but I never thought I'd be into sports. So having that outlet to really push myself in a different way was really inspiring, and it brought me to things I never thought I could do and really push myself in a different way. And in these examples, I really noticed some similarities along with other leaders in my life, that leaders aren't always the loudest or know the answer or take charge of the situation always. I found that leaders that I actually remember were people that advocated for me when I needed it. And so when I was thinking about it, it's not about being the loud leader, it's about advocating for the people who have the skills and have discipline, and so that way they can use their skills. And I went to the leadership camp RILA, which is a Rotary leadership camp, and that idea of building relationships with people and really spending time to allow them to grow and allow them to use their powers and their skills is really what I realized is what a leader should be, and what I want to be as a leader as I go into my new ideas for a career. And what I'm looking forward to is a going to a 4-year college and pursuing a mechanical engineering degree, and then furthering that with a material science degree, and eventually working with innovation teams at Nike, building new designs for shoes, which is my big thing because I love sports, athletic shoes. But I really, as I'm going through these stages in my life now, I really want to administer that leadership skill of not just being the loud one, but the one who really advocates for the people in my field of view. And that's really what I learned during quarantine. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Ben. And before I introduce our next student of the month, since we're not really doing introductions, I also want to just mention that Chloe Minch, Newport Middle School Assistant Principal, is also on the line to support our students. So our next student of the month is Jillian Thompson, and she's the daughter of Rob and Amy Thompson. She has a 3.74 cumulative GPA, is involved in leadership, is taking a lot of IB classes, including biology, English, history, and math. She is our student body president and has done a great job connecting with students through the pandemic and us being online. And she plans to go to Oregon State. So please welcome Jillian.
Hello, Rotarians. My name is Jillian Thompson, and I've lived in Newport all my life, and you may know me as Rob and Amy's daughter, and some of you may known me since birth. First and foremost, I want to thank my parents because they've shaped me into the woman I am today. And Newport High School's ASB president, an honor roll student, a multi-sport athlete, and now Rotary's first student of the month for the 2021 school year, alongside my good friend Ben Wiese. Every day, my parents inspire me to be the best version of myself, whether that's going the extra mile with school or taking a leap of faith by expressing my feelings toward a certain topic. They are the most influential figures in my life, and everything they are, they have also taught me to be caring, compassionate, determined, and respectful. As for my future, I was raised a Beaver, and I will become a Beaver next year, continuing tradition as a 4th generation Oregon State University student. 5th, my bad, sorry Mom. And I couldn't be more excited. As of now, I'm going to pursue a career as a clinical doctor. However, last week I wanted to be a physician's assistant, so my mind is ever changing. I play soccer and I run track, all while taking 4 international baccalaureate classes at NHS. Unfortunately, I have not been able to start my soccer season, hence COVID-19, but I am hopeful that our promised season in January will follow through. I'm also an active leadership student and as of now, ASB president. As ASB, I oversee the well-being and needs of the classes as a whole. I'm also responsible for being the voice of my student body as well as making decisions to benefit them. However, this year is different. All of the ASB presidents before me had their expectations well outlined, however, mine is not. In this situation, I have no handbook for a global pandemic, so I must blaze a new trail for my student body. I spend most of my days trying to think of ways I can unite us, and it's hard. Find a better way to look at it. Some of that is thanks to Rotarians Amanda and Dustin Capri. Amanda and Dustin are here in Newport, and they have 2 lovely little children, and I have the pleasure of babysitting them from time to time, and when I'm at their house, they always remind their kids that if something seems unfair, there's always something good that comes out of it, and you always learn something every time. Now, not only did Daphne and Dalton get reassurance of this daily, but so did I. They showed me that even in a small community, you can be successful with grit and determination. And now, thanks to Dustin and Amanda, I live by these mindsets, and they save me on a daily basis. I also want to thank my leadership and middle school math teacher, Chloe Minch, who is on the line right now. She's a bubbly, hilarious, caring person who has been there for me and been a very prominent leadership figure in my life. She brought me into her leadership class in the middle of 7th grade, and I came in knowing nothing about how to lead a group. And by the end of my 8th grade year, I set up an entire middle school dance on my own. And at that time, it was a big deal for me, but that's just one of the several stepping stones down my path. She supported me and believed in my ideas at a young age and made me believe I can do anything. And now I'm the ASB president, organizing events for my student body that I never even dreamed of doing. She's not only taught me pre-algebra, but how to be my own person. She brought out the leader in me and showed me capabilities that I didn't even know I had. She is one of the reasons why I'm speaking to you all today, but she said that I'm giving her too much credit, but I disagree. Not only has she supported me and believed in me, but she does this with all of her kids and that she teaches, and she brings out their potential and shows them that they can do anything. And some students are better off because of her, and that's a true fact. So when I speak for most people that have been taught by her, thank you for showing us that we can be and do anything we set our minds to. There are so many people I can thank for getting me here today, like my Uncle Kenny for teaching me perseverance with a kind heart, both of my grandpas for teaching me that humor and everyday shenanigans is absolutely necessary to live a healthy life, and Samantha Murphy for teaching me professionalism and responsibility, and to my sisters for teaching me patience and love. There are so many people I could thank, but unfortunately I don't have that kind of time. With that being said, I'm so honored to be Rotary's September Student of the Month. Thank you for having me here today, and I hope to see you all in the near future.
Wow, great job, Ben and Jillian. I know that you guys will definitely go far, and what perfect students of the month to start the year. So we've got a couple plaques here that that we give out as for students of the month, and we'll find a way to get those to you one way or another. And as it is World Polio Day, it's also fitting to announce that we're going to vaccinate 50 students in each of your names against polio. So thanks a lot, and keep up the great work.